Skip was saying they were out in front of the shop talking, and they go, yeah, I mean, these are really the dog days of summer, and wow, this is just a Dogtown, and the name stuck. Yeah. There's another version that I remember. Basically, our area here was, we were east of Smogtown, which was LA. We were south of Hogtown, which is Pacific Palisades, so there was like the rich cats living up on the hill looking down on us. And we were north of Marina del Rey, which before, now Marina del Rey is kind of a spiffy area, but back then it was basically a marsh. Everyone would come out on the weekends in the summer and bring their kids and their dogs and their picnic baskets, and they would just leave all their trash on the beach and destroy the place and leave their dog shit. And, you know, this is Dogtown, because everyone comes here and shits on it and leaves. I'd already come up through the Zephyr team and the early Dogtown era. So I was taking that energy and trying to direct these guys that had the same energy. So I was picking up the local riders, and we put together this ragtag team of guys from the neighborhood.
A lot of teams were just like dudes put together, where Dogtown was like we were all friends. We all hung out every day together. It seems like kind of like how the guys do now. But back then, it didn't seem like it was like that, as much camaraderie between like your team of guys that you're with. We're all like just boys hanging out in Venice, just like every day, just skating together. So, you know, when they came to the contest, it was, you know, I guess it was kind of competitive.
Like we just all climb in like Jim Muir's old Falcon. It was kind of like being on the Bad News Bears back then. Our goal was to beat the Powell guys. Definitely, they were the shit, yeah. Even though we liked them and everything, they were great guys, wanted to beat them just to show them what was up. That's like the old Dogtown attitude.
In Los Angeles, there's not very many ramps, so we just street skate every day. Try to go fast, stay low, and stay on.
They were trying to create street skating. You know, it was just skateboarding, and they didn't really have street pros because there's no pay for it, so there's no one fully doing it. When that came out, Eric, Tommy, Nadas, Mark, they were kind of the dominating guys. Eric was the only one that knew how to skate contests out of those guys.
And those courses that they built were just hybrid, vert, crap, you know, fly over the fucking pond. And Eric would make it work. Coming from a more advanced place, Eric pieced it all together and flowed and went fast.
Eric Dressen was like a force to be reckoned with. I remember him just being the guy to beat in these street style contests, you know, now, and I'm like, dude, this guy's been skating a long time. You could see his face turn red, and you just knew he was like gonna go 110 miles an hour, and you knew he was gonna stay on, you know what I mean?
First place, $2,500, Eric Dressen. Congratulations.
Yeah, at one point Eric couldn't beat me at all. Then all of a sudden he just turned into this skateboarding monster and just a machine. I mean, the end of the day would come after 2 days of competing in the finals. I'd always be glad to be there, and I'd always go, oh fuck, there's Eric. It'd be your last runs and you'd be gasping for air. I'm tired, and oh fuck, I hope I did good. And then Eric Dressen would come up, just fucking hammer his run, and you'd be like, fuck man, this guy's still not tired.
We called him Pony Boy because of his fucking calves. He was like a little horse, you know, and he was a fucking everywhere. Whenever he skated the course, the street course, he skated everything and didn't stop. Dressen never slowed down. He's pumped full down the stairs.
Like the street league of our time, Eric was winning every year. He was like #1 every year. So like you had Nadas, you had Gons, you had all these people that were like getting a lot of notoriety, and then you had Dressen winning all the contests.
For 2 or 3, 4 year period there, he probably was one of the most successful competition skaters there ever was in skateboarding. So we don't really have that good a record keeping in skateboarding as well either. So
For me, I really wanted to do good because I thought if I did good, it'd help my career, and like, I just wanted to be a pro skateboarder, and I didn't want to work in a deli anymore. And I was doing good in contests, and I got offered to stunt double on Gleaming the Cube for Max Perlich. Stacy guaranteed me like 8 months of solid work. I ended up working 1 day, and they didn't need me after that. And I was like, well, what am I gonna do now? And then a few days later, like it's always like, we're all going to Hawaii, all the Venice boys. And we went to Hawaii for like a week and a half, maybe 2 week trip. And that was where I got to skate every day, wake up and just go skating. And some of us hadn't even flown on a plane before. Me, Block, and Jimbo, and Soy, Suicidal Jimbo. That's Grant in the background. That was a big trip, big deal. I like this photo. That's from like some ditch in Hawaii. Soy took this photo. Soy really inspired me out of anybody. Hanging out with him and seeing how his career was going and the lifestyle he was leading. He was like just going all over the world and ripping, didn't have a care in the world. Where I had to go to work on, Monday and then just got to skate like, on the weekends. This is the contest results from the mini ramp contest in Hawaii, '89. I got second at the cab, and it was a gnarly mini ramp they built, and like the practice sessions sucked. So me and Oster went like at 6 in the morning just to the stadium there, the arena, and like somehow the door was open, and we just went in there and skated like 2 hours, just me and him by ourselves. We used to always cheat, like sneak in early in practice. Me and Scott Oster were doing all the demos together back then. I was doing pretty good in contests, winning contests. Everywhere I was going, all the shops, like Santa Cruz, were like the main #1 skateboard company. Santa Cruz hit me up. Things weren't going as good at Dogtown. And I just decided, like, I can't pass up this opportunity.
As we progressed, we were getting bigger and bigger, and I was probably about 27, 28 at the time, and you're getting some success, and you're living in LA, and we're going to the clubs a lot, and so I was doing probably a little more partying than I should have, and I ended up doing a deal with Thrasher Magazine and moving up north. Fausto and Eric Swenson, I became partners with those guys, and rest in peace, both of them. We brought up Eric, and we were trying to talk to him and go, here's what we want to do, and negotiate with them. And apparently at the same time he went to Santa Cruz, went down 1 hour down the way and talked to those guys, and whatever deal they talked with him, he made a decision that in his career at the time that it was better for him to move on and go with Santa Cruz.
When we were skating together on Dogtown, we never had a video. And there was like a whole time, an era of skating that we were involved in that never really got documented besides, you can look at the pictures in the magazine. And I think that kind of kept us out of like the major markets of just having all that exposure. We were lucky when we got like little parts in Santa Cruz videos. Yeah. And that was like kind of like our thing. A lot of us were kind of getting approached by other teams to like, to ride for them. And Dressen split. And I stayed, and a couple of other people stayed. Yeah. Dressen was like the smart one and left. Block and me back in the day, his old space shuttle, double quarter pipe thing. Block, Paul Revere. So I always had a Polaroid camera with him. This is right when we started doing handrails. An old Venice photo, me and Murray off the jump ramp. Looks like I'm skyhooking. First built the little quarter pipe down there before they painted it. Me detailing. Crazy.